Hello and welcome to the Battle Room. My name is Colin, as always. And today I have a very different video of videos I've done in the past. Primarily I focused on battling, but today I want to focus on talking about two Pokemon that I'm very passionate about and two Pokemon that I think are the best Pokemon in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So obviously I play doubles, the competitive side, and I think these two Pokemon, specifically in doubles, are amazing. Obviously they could be great in singles, but specifically we're talking about doubles today. So the two Pokemon are obviously on the screen, one of them being Cresselia and the other being Togekiss. So I'm going to break down each of them, but I want to talk about a little bit of them as a whole. So I think Togekiss and Cresselia add a ton of glue and a ton of utility to any team that they're on. I think Togekiss and Cresselia deal decent damage for the stats that they have, while also adding variety of support. Cresselia can run Thunder Wave, Ice Beam, Trick Room, Psychic, Sunny Day, Skill Swap. The moves are almost endless, honestly, on Cresselia. One thing to note, though, it does not get Icy Wind or it does not get Icy Wind or Helping Hand this generation, which I think is really, really big, especially the competitive sphere. And then Togekiss, most of the time you're going to see like Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam, and then Follow Me and Protect are also really, really good. It can run other stuff like Thunder Wave, it can run Flinch Kiss, it can run Yawn. There's a lot of things Togekiss can do, but I do think that we're going to see a lot of the Crit Kiss coming back. I think Crit Togekiss is really great. There's not a lot of Fairy types either, and I think both, again, are providing a ton of utility, a ton of bulk to any squad that could use them. So let's break down Togekiss first. So the set I've been using, the set I really, really enjoy, is a Scope Lens Togekiss set that is primarily designed to outspeed Smeargle and Breloom, and then also do tons of damage while being pretty fast. Scope Lens is the item of choice here, paired with Super Luck. Critical hits land 50% of the time from both Dazzling Gleam and Air Slash, which is quite incredible, doing big damage if you get those crits. But even if you don't, Togekiss is a pretty high natural special attack stat. I run a Timid Nature to outspeed Smeargle. I do think you can opt to run Bulky Kiss. You don't need to run such a speedy Kiss. I don't even know if this is like super correct. I think Togekiss has a lot of flexibility in the EV spread. Some teams might not need to outspeed Smeargle. My team really did. So I thought outspeeding Smeargle was really nice. Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam, Follow Me, Protect, pretty standard set. This allows Togekiss to function as an attacker, while also in certain situations able to press Follow Me and able to redirect the pressure from other Pokemon. There's a lot of cool strats you can run with this. Like if you paired on a Cresselia team, you could set up Trick Room. You could run these Pokemon together. You can set up Trick Room, or you could focus on maybe being a bulkier set running Yawn to set up Trick Room more, or to set up like Snorlax or a Gyarados with Dragon Dance. So there's a lot of options that Togekiss can provide with Follow Me. It's really, really great because there's no item to redirect it, no safety goggles, no nothing. Obviously safety goggles isn't in the game, but still, you get the point. It's very, very hard to get around this Pokemon. I think it's a really, really good moveset. I definitely think this is like the bread and butter Togekiss you're going to see a lot of the time. Togekiss a little less flexible, but Yawn and Flamethrower and other moves are really, really good on Togekiss as well. Thunder Wave if you wanted to. But I think this is primarily what you're going to be seeing. I think adding a Fairy type to any team is really, really good. It's one of the best types in the game. It's pretty broken. And then a Flying type as well. It can be paired with stuff like Garchomp or Mamoswine, or it can help deal with the Dark types for Cresselia. It could help deal with enemy Garchomps because it's a Fairy type. The options are endless with this Pokemon. Its typing is great. It's a pretty good speed tier, and it has perfect like flying and Fairy coverage are really, really great. And there's a lot of Pokemon that pair amazingly with Togekiss, whether it's Heatran, Garchomp, Cresselia, even stuff like Hitmontop. So I think Togekiss is a really, really phenomenal mon, and one you should consider using. And I don't think it's necessarily better or worse than Cresselia. I do think these Pokemon are the two best Pokemon. I wouldn't say one is better than the other. I'm leaning towards Cresselia, but that's up for you to decide. But I think this is a great place to start with Togekiss if you want to try Togekiss out. I think my spread is pretty solid. You could do better, you could do worse. I think it's up to you guys to test this one out. Now, let's look at Cresselia. So for those who do not know, Cresselia is my favorite Pokemon of all time. In competitive, in casual, I just think the design is beautiful. It's one of the best Pokemons to ever exist in competitive Pokemon. I would argue it's like kind of the best Pokemon historically. I do think in the current generation of Sword and Shield, stuff like Urshifu gives it huge problems, and Incineroar has really, really held Cresselia back, especially with Dynamax. It doesn't function really well in Dynamax format, but we're not playing with Dynamax. So Cresselia is back to being the S-tier goddess that she always was. So this is an example set. I do think Cresselia is... You can do a lot with the EV spreads, and you can change a lot around. So I wouldn't really like sell yourself to my EV spread at all. I don't even know if it's frankly that great. I do think that it is pretty solid, though. I've enjoyed it personally. But I think leftovers, citrus berry, big berry, those are 3 options. This one has leftovers, but you can run either. The ability is always levitate. The EV spread, this one is designed to take the least amount of damage from sand, survive a banded scissor or U-turn, and X scissor. The special attack allows it to one-shot Breloom, and then the special defense is dumped, but it does live Helping Hand, Modest, Draco, Specs, Latios, Draco Meteor, which is really nice, and then 4 speed just for, 4 speed. The moveset is Psychic, Ice Beam, Calm Mind, Trick Room. Now, this is where you can get really funky. I don't think it needs Ice Beam, I don't think it needs Psychic, I don't think it needs Calm Mind or Trick Room. You can run any of these moves or none of them. I think you'll generally have one of the attacking moves. This one has Calm Mind, so it's trying to have both coverage, but you can easily run like Sunny Day or Thunder Wave or Skill Swap or something of that nature in those slots as well. I think Thunder Wave is pretty good. I do think you could opt to run something over Trick Room, like Thunder Wave could fit here as well if you didn't have a Trick Room mode, but Trick Room modes are always kind of good. I'm a big Trick Room fan, so I think this is an option as well. But basically, without Helping Hand, I think Calm Mind is more of the standard Cresselia. I want to give you a standard Cresselia, and I think this is kind of the standard. Calm Mind allows you to tank hits and do really, really well, and also make Cresselia into a little bit more of an active threat when Trick Room's up. And then, obviously, you have the double coverage. Psychic and Ice Beam are incredible. You never once complained about Cresselia's coverage, and I think that it really rounds it together. I think Cresselia is also really, really flexible, similar to Togekiss. They're both levitators, flyers. So I think what's cool about Cresselia is that you can pair it with a lot of things as well. Like you could pair it with stuff like Garchomp or Mamoswine or Rhyperior or something with Earthquake because it's levitating. And then you can also pair it with stuff like Togekiss to get guaranteed Trick Rooms, or Hariyama or Hitmontop to set up Trick Rooms easy as well. And then you can also pair it with stuff like Torkoal or Venusaur to threaten a potential Trick Room, and then you switch into Torkoal on turn 1. There's a lot of endless options with this Pokemon. I think it's really, really incredible. And I think Cresselia is back to being number 1 or number 2. I think Cresselia is number 1, but I do think Togekiss is a really, really valuable. Togekiss is a very viable chance to go at number 1. So overall, these 2 Pokemon are easily the best Pokemon in the format, and 2 of the most splashable. By splashable, I mean they can fit on any team, and they can fill a multitude of roles while also offering incredible typing for the team and very good defensive pivots. They really just do it all. I think Arcanine would be a Pokemon that I would consider, maybe number 3, just because Intimidate's amazing, and the utility of Arcanine is also equally at their level, but I think these 2 stand out to me as the top 2. Let me know in the comments what you guys think the top 2 are, or the top 1. If you think one of these is better than the other, let me know. I'm very curious to see what other people are thinking about this format. I think this format's really fun, and I think it's very important to note the strength of these 2 Pokemon and how they can be used in your team building. Because I think Cresselia and Togekiss can fit on a multitude of teams, and that I think is always something that makes a Pokemon the number 1 slot. And I think usually the most flexible Pokemon, like Incineroar in the past, or Rillaboom or Alecki, they're adding so much utility and help to the team where they're not like the stars. But I think these 2 can end up being the stars, especially with the damage that they're able to dish out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these Pokemon. I think they're incredible. Cresselia is my favorite Pokemon of all time, so I'm always excited to get a chance to use Cresselia, but I think Togekiss has slowly become one of my favorites as well. It's very, very powerful, and if you leave it untapped, the critical hits are just doing insane damage. A spread Dazzling Gleam is just tons of damage, and Fairy is a hard type to deal with sometimes. Also, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this, if this format worked, if you want me to do more of these videos explaining Pokemon in the format and what their places are, and maybe some example spreads. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have an amazing day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot as a creator, and I do really, really appreciate it. Have a great day.